All right, so here we are. We're going to break down kind of what we went over earlier today. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have fun. We're going to praise God every single step of the way, and we're going to, we're going to talk about Bitcoin. Let's have some fun. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. God bless you all. Thank you for being here for the weekly candle close. Let's break it down right now for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Shout out to everybody here for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Let's take a look at what's happening here for Bitcoin. Break it down, have some fun, and kind of let's show you the charts. Earlier today, I talked about this being in a descending triangle, did I not? I said it looked like most likely Bitcoin was going to dump. I said, I don't know where it's going. I said it could pump in the double bottom. I'm not sure. I said, but it's most likely going to dump down to 111,800 based on the descending triangle, right? Scooped down a little bit for the wick, came right back up here, and here we kind of stand for BTC. But that's exactly what I predicted would happen, and it dropped pretty much dang near to the target, went further a little bit, but closed candles right near my target at about 111,800. Is there more downside for Bitcoin? What's happening? We built a little more liquidity above us now, but there's still more liquidity down there into the $110,000 level. So let's break it down. This also looks like a bear flag to me on the 15-minute that, in my humble opinion, looks like it may want to continue to the downside and head to about $110,693 for Bitcoin. So, look at that. I mean, one, two, right? I'm not saying it's going to happen for sure. Let's break down the bigger picture, and we'll come back to this. But if you watched me today, I talked about this being a descending triangle. We took this measured move from the base of the triangle. We put it right here. I told you that these break down 90% of the time. I told you it looked just like the way we trade to the upside, the 21 touching above the 200. And I told you it's very likely we were going to go to the target, and we did, and some, even more. So shout out to all the beautiful people out here on the live. And anyone who jumped in this morning. Did anyone watch my live stream this morning? And be honest. Put a 1 if you thought my analysis was spot on. Put a 2 if you doubted it. Put a 3 if you traded it and took the short. Let me know. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let me get some feedback. 1, 2, or 3. 1 if you didn't think what I said was correct. 2 if you got me. If you were spot on. You thought I was spot on. And 3 if you made the trade and made gains. Shout out to the 333. Shout out to all the ones. Wow, a lot of funny, man. Shout out to all the beautiful people out here on the live. So people did not think the analysis was going to play out. They did not think Bitcoin was going to dump down out of the descending triangle like it did. Interesting. Very interesting. Maybe I said it wrong. A 1 if you did not believe the analysis was going to play out the way it did this morning. Right? Bang, bang, bang. A 2 if you were, basically were like agreed with me. And a 3 if you actually traded it. Yeah. Oh, so I switched up the numbers. 1 was spot on at first. You switched it. Okay, so 1 was spot on. 2 is, okay, yeah, because everyone was like 1, yeah. Anyway, whatever. Good feedback, everybody. I'm not always spot on, apparently. Right there. As I talk about being spot on, I'm spot off. Amazing, right? Only Sammy. Let's take a look, though. It's good to be fallible there. So, let's take a look. The monthly still holding the rising wedge. I would love this to close green. Still not a fan of the tweezer tops on the monthly. We'll get, when we close that month in about, 7 days, we'll get to that, but I'm not a fan. 2-week chart looking pretty bearish in a week. In a week, that will close as well. I don't want to, it'd be, I'm not saying it's looking too bearish. It is above previous resistance is support on the 2-week, which is good. And we're flagging out. And in the 2-week chart, you can say we're still inside the bigger wedge. You can say we bearishly retested on the smaller time frames. On the bigger time frames, we're still inside this wedge, which means this still has a measured move on PLAR to play out to about 182K. So this still says we're going somewhere to the $180,000 level and more for BTC. We go to the weekly. The weekly. And really, let's just take a look at our weekly candle close. Like we do every single week, we spend some time just here. And that's what Sunday night's about. You know, this episode is just for the weekly candle close. Okay? Guess who never left? Sam Price, the crypto lifer. Here the whole time. The dependable guy. God bless you, man. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you. Yeah. Some 3-day bullish div lifer. SEI should be shorted immediately. Bang, bang, bang. Let's take a look at what's happening here for Bitcoin. $117,405 it opened on the week. The high was $117,543. So we never went much higher. We went $100 higher from the open. So we opened, went a little bit. That was it. This week never touched green, barely. It was just that was all it had. The low is 110,680 even. And the candle closed at $113,493.59, down $3,911.42, down 3.33%. Unbelievable. So down 3.33. Isn't that weird? Triple threes on the week. So Bitcoin took a beat down. Lost a support of resistance right here too. Key area of support of resistance. And, you know, once you're below that, you have to start thinking we're going to be going to 100. You know, we just closed the candle below support. We do have some big wicking, but you have to start thinking that $109,000 is highly likely here for Bitcoin. Just, you know, has to be, you know, you have to be ready for that. And if we lose 109, we could dang well go to 104. We lose 104, we'll start talking about 102, and then even this level there at 100. I would not want us to see break this low. To me, that would end the trend because you're in the high, the low, the higher high, the higher low, the higher high. Just got to make sure we're putting in higher lows. As long as we put in higher lows above this key area, I'm good. Let's break out the harmonica again. Shout out to Moonshine. Thank you for being here. God bless you. And everybody out here on the stream. And someone said BitBoy made a video. I'll check it out later. God bless him. Hope everything is going well. I want that man to get back to his feet 100%. He has 3 kids that look up to him and love him. And you know what? A redemption arc is still there for everybody. And God, I don't ever kick a man for any reason. Anybody, you know, even when they're down or anybody. And so may God bless him. And I wish him the best. He's been nothing, even in his ups and downs. When he was up, he helped me get somewhere. So it is what it is, you know. My story, he's part of my story, whether I wanted to write that story or not. You know what I mean? Dude came to my house. He came to my house like he's been in my home, you know, when I lived back in Boston. So shout out to everybody here. God bless you all. Thank you for jumping on in and being a part of something bigger than yourself. And I'm not defending anything. I want to make that clear. I'm just telling the truth of the story of my life. Like my life and his life have crossed paths. Like, and it was a positive experience for me. And you all, a lot of you met me. All right. Anyway, I'll move on. I don't want to spend too much time. May God bless, though. Thank you for introducing Sammy to us. Shout out to Rave Sound Records. Some of you still know to this day how it happened, right? So the weekly, to me, has to get back inside, you know, has to show some signs of support. I feel like it's coming down to the 21, dumping down to 109. I just don't see what's going to hold it right now. Smaller time frames are going to show different, but right now I don't see how the weekly just doesn't stop from dumping. You know, and the weekly could really, you know, rising wedges go to where they began. We could go to 78,000. Like, that's a possibility. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. I'm not saying it's happening for sure. I'm just telling you, hey, that is the beginning of a possible fallout of a falling wedge on the weekly. I have to basically hope that the monthly is the bigger target, is the bigger pattern, you know, which can happen. Even this is a kind of a shoulder ahead, and then we got rejection, a strong rejection at 117K. I will give you the 3-day has some beautiful support at 113,500 there, or no, is it? No, sorry. 112.5, yeah. And we bounced off there. You know, 112 showed to be pretty strong twice now. But man, it doesn't look amazing, does it? 3-day chart could just lose the dotted line and still go lower. Like, The moving averages are a little far apart. It's not perfect. We need a bounce. We need to show you. Basically, Bitcoin has to get back above 117 and kind of hang out there for a couple days. And here we are on the daily time frame. When I look at the daily, and I'm really shrewd with it, I mean, this was the bottom trend line, period. And I remove the moving averages for now just because they kind of clutter up vision for a second. But like, that's the trend line, clearly. 1, 2. And to me, we lost the trend line. And you know, even though it's not perfect, I've seen this happen where you have this like more of a monster right shoulder and a left shoulder and a tiny little right shoulder, or vice versa. And you can already see the measured move here, swing down, and then you swing this, and it shows you could go somewhere down to about 101,004. And then if you go down there, I mean, 83K. It's just, again, I'm not trying to say we're dumping to 83,000, but I am telling you that if we did dump to 83,000 one day, and you were to replay it, this could be exactly what you would get. Like if you would hit the replay button from a dump, and we dumped down, and you'd go backwards, you'd back up, and they made a flag, boom, then it came up, it dumped out, it bearishly retested, and then it began to dump. So I just kind of like, I've seen that before. I just kind of tell you, I've seen a lot of price action. I'm just here to tell you what I've seen before, mixed and matched with what I'm looking at, and just give you a little bit of probability behind that. I am not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, okay? And this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. My live Ethereum trade from earlier today, it boomed up to the upside beautifully. Look, I made $53 though when I moved the stop loss into break even. And hey, I paid for the fee and I made some money, but man, I was up 670. I was up 670 like right here. I literally went to the bathroom, like talked to my wife for a second, and I went to check the trade. I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to take it. It is the weekend. And I went to look at it and it was, bang, 5 seconds, that thing went down in unbelievable price action. But that's the weekend. Expected. That's why I said be careful on the flag. But the flag did have a nice little pump to the upside if you did take it. But you had to be diligent about that. And we're going to break down Ethereum in a second and talk about it too. So Bitcoin looking to me like a bearish retest of this trend line. And we called the short earlier today, and it did go pretty nastily to the downside. Okay. Sam, I'm so happy for you and BB. Congratulations on reaching 100,000 subs. I knew you would reach your dream. Thank you, man. Thank you, Love Learning. God bless you. I found life through BitBoy via Around the Blockchain. God works through broken people all the time. Wish Ben the best for himself and the kids. God bless Andrew Yurkovic and all the awesome people. And you too, man. Wow, a lot of awesome people. Shout out to Mr. Flawless 1986 in the house. Shout out to Dave Roy. Shout out to Shezmu. Patah Aman. Shout out to Bill Brown. Protect yourself, take profits. Yeah, congrats on 100,000 subs. Starting off Monday morning here with the lifer in Hong Kong. Mr. J, I hope your day goes wonderful in Hong Kong. So yeah, possible bearish retest. A little bit of a wick, but still, this doesn't look amazing to me. 12 hour or the 22 are both attempting to put in a double bottom here and support at 112.5. Same thing there, support. It doesn't look amazing to me. And there you go, back below the 200 moving average on the 8-hour time frame. They raided that liquidity area. And so to me, it's been sketchy. And I've been kind of like, after I sold the local top there on the Ethereum trade. And from there, I haven't looked back. I haven't really been in a big trade yet. I've been just watching them. And then I called the 4-hour back to the 21-day moving average, remember, in my trading group. And then we lost it and went even lower today. And then I called that today. So I've been nailing it. If you've been in my trading group or even just watching the live stream, we've been just absolutely dominating the game. The local area that you did not want to lose was 14.8. Once we got it back above it, it looked great for the bounce. Possible we could have got the bounce there, but no go. And we got rejected by moving averages and eventually crippled back down. Attempting some type of double bottom here on the 4, some type of movement. But to me, yeah, not looking amazing. And again, now we have resistance at 14.8. You got local resistance right now where you're at too. Bounce, resistance, and now you're kind of right there. And so, like I said before, you're looking for that 15-minute to me, it looks like it's going to break down for more. Head to about 110,600. So is the bull market over? Is this the end of the bull run? Anyone telling you we're going to keep pumping? And no, I don't believe so. But I definitely think Bitcoin could take a nice little pullback, give some liquidity to Ethereum and the altcoins. Then as it gets a bounce, the whole market starts to bounce back up. What you want to look at is we're going to look at ETH BTC right now. We're going to look at the strength of the altcoins versus Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance, and just kind of get some insight as to where the week is going. But right now, that looks bearish to me for Bitcoin. I mean, it could easily save the day and bounce. You never know. We did get back above the 21, and maybe there's a chance here. And how that'll all play out is look for the 1 minute to get back above or bounce off the 200 moving average. If the 1 minute can bounce here and keep the 200 in play, then we can save the day. Look, and I would do nothing. I would not long anything until Bitcoin basically does the confluential move above 113,657 and gets above the 200 moving average. It's got to get back above this resistance, and it's got to, and there's a chance you get some type of inverted head and shoulder here. And I'll look for that later tonight. But right now, I'm bearish until, So, and I kept saying, if you can't get back above 14.8, you got to stay bearish. And now you got another 13.6. And so I'm bearish for Bitcoin. Looks like it's going lower. Headed to at least a double bottom at 112,100 and then possibly lower to 110.5. And BOOKMAP agrees with me. It's got the liquidity to the downside, suggesting that if we go anywhere, we're going to definitely come down here to 110,009. And then maybe even to 110.105. It even has some liquidity building now. There's some short stop losses in liquidity there at 118 and 121 now. But the most liquidity in the deepest red at the present moment is about 110,500. And it's right on with my exact level. So it's pretty interesting. We're coincidentally locked in again, BOOKMAP and me. Also, I got a bit of kind of like a shoulder ahead. That looks like a rolling right shoulder. This looks bearish. Fine, you get above this, you make some type of flag, I'll take a long. And I'll be able to say, hey, we caught the bottom, because I won't catch the exact bottom, but I'll catch a 5-minute flag pretty dang close, right? And if the 1 minute in the daily reverse, we'll get a beautiful pump out of that move, and that could be the entry. So I'm ready for anything. But right now, I'm calling more downside for Bitcoin. It's looking likely to me. Super oversold, though, here on the 3 and the 5. Let's see if we can dig ourselves out, put in a higher low, and make some bacon on the beach here. But right now, and don't spit out your coffee, I said bacon on the beach. But right now, what we're looking for here, and who drinks coffee this late at night? What are you doing? Don't do that again, all right? You're going to be up all night. Stop doing that. So, I know. But you like doing it anyway. I get it. You're going to do whatever you want. I know. So, we'll go down here to 110,634. Okay? That's the target. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. There's a chance we get a bounce. But to me, looks very likely that they dump us. I got to say the probability is to the downside. Could even put a stop above the 200 moving average in the 5 minute. And let that thing rip with protection. So, I'm bearish. And we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Okay? Classic. Yeah, be where you are. That is classic. Crypto Lifer songs, for sure. That was one of the oldies we used to play all the time here on the stream. Congrats on 100,000 subscribers. Thank you. Homemade blackberry strawberry lemonade sounds beautiful. I feel attacked while drinking cold brew at 8:30. You're funny, man. I love you. Had injection in my Mac 3 weeks ago. No kidding. When I came, they were talking about Bitcoin. That's amazing. I woke up and they were like, the Satoshi is yours. I want some of that homemade blackberry strawberry lemonade, baby. Sounds like a down south love fest. Smooth water flowing, baby. No eat, no pay, baby. That's an oldie. Albert Bourrier. You know the deal, man. Or Bourrier. Yeah. Bourrier. Truck, drink coffee all day. Yeah, I bet you do. Shout out to Lowry, no filter. He don't hold back. I'll tell you that. ETH bearish divergence on the daily. 150,000 subs in no time, Sammy. Tony, God bless you, man. It's going to be a hard, long road, Tony, but God bless you. I hope it comes fast. But I hope it comes hard. I want it hard, right? Crazy how bearish market is, seeing how bullish Powell was. And they came back and said that the Fed will do whatever they want, regardless of what he says. They kind of like counteracted the feeling of the market. They sent fear right back into the market. Some Fed Fed news. But still 89% chance they will cut that rate September 17th. In 3 weeks, we have a big day coming our way, everybody. We'll see what happens. Went to church and tipped a waitress big today because of you, Mr. Price. Keep it running. God bless you, man. You'll be blessed for that, brother. That comes back tenfold. What does the mean for the meme coin? Should I pull money out before it goes down any lower? It's up to you, man. I would never tell you what to do with your money. Don't ask me what to do with your money and what to pull out. I would never tell you. I am not a financial advisor. You got to figure that out for yourself. I don't think so. I've seen it so many times with other YouTubers. Let's go, Sammy. Shout out to Tony. I love you, man. If you aren't subscribed to the channel and want to learn how to trade, you're making a big mistake. This is where you want to learn the juice. Shout out to James Quick. Thank you very much for saying that. And I don't pay people to say that. They just say it. Nobody better than Sammy. Nobody. Shout out to Crypto Billy. God bless you. You taught me TA. You taught me RSI. Buying that 1% with you and the lifers. I smile now just because of you and Master Friend. 333. We love you in Dubai. And I love Dubai, man. And I can say that of having spent a nice 9 days there. This April to May, it was amazing. They'll cut, but they'll just conform. Jobs market is in a bad shape. Not exactly a thing to celebrate 100%. Thank you for the 292 lifer likes today. You are the best, fam. Thank you, everyone, for the likes. We appreciate that. Anyway, so this is a CME watch tool. It tells us where the likelihood of the rate cut is. And we look at it almost every day here on the channel. And we speculate on the rates. You could have a bot that trades for you and gets it done. Considering this bot has now DCA'd. I feel like it could have taken the gain there, but it was waiting. We'll see what happens. The bot will buy even lower and find its way out like it does every time. It even bought low here, sold the top there, bought there, sold the top there. This thing is amazing. If you want to just learn about the bot, might even help you find out about just bots in general. Dip your feet in. Get a free consultation with the team right there at MINOTAUR Trading. Just ask them a few questions, find out what you want, and go from there. You may just find out it's right up your alley and it's something you're into. I was very hesitant about trading bots. Now I do, and I think it's pretty amazing. So, but I do still take it one step at a time. Bitcoin losing 113,000. Likely level there is 112.8, and then really the big level you're looking for is 112.126. Once it loses that, I'm looking for 110,500 for Bitcoin. You can see this high volume node, and you're going through a gap here. You got to dig in. The 5 minutes going to have to get some type of reversal sooner than later and get back above that 200 moving average. But right now, it's just not looking pretty for BTC. No news, manipulated Binance and Coinbase don't. Someone was selling Bitcoin quick. They set the bull trap. Bitcoin will be under 100K by October. Who knows? I don't know. It's possible. I know you don't believe in the Russell 2000 confluence, but the charts are the top of the crypto market. Thank you. I say short squeeze tonight. Damp on retail to soak it all in. Protect yourself at all times, 100%. 100%. Always have a stop loss, and I'm not in any heavy leverage trade right now. I'm just watching the market. I DCA'd where I wanted to. I've got my spot positions, and I'm just sitting. That's what I'm doing right now. All right, nothing too crazy. Okay. Dojo, yeah, ZORA went crazy. One of the best coins in the market. Yet it did it again, or back when it went crazy. Yeah, I know it had a beautiful run. We looked at it early too, and Token Metrics had it dumb early, and we started talking about it at the beginning stages here, back down when it was here somewhere. Then I said, hey, be careful on the flag. It might pump or dump, right? It pumped, came back down. Now it's looking like it's consolidating on the daily. It might hold this as a trend line. But I feel like if the market does a pullback, it's going to come back down to the bottom of the trend line here. Well, it looks like it could consolidate and continue up somewhere to 20 cents. I'll keep a target on there and put an alert. And maybe it just continues to break out even more lateral, vertically. But right now, I'm looking for that pullback with Bitcoin. Yeah, I got my spot bags. No leverage trades for me unless I get bonus money. Shout out to Jamal Antonio in the house. God bless you for being here. Bang, bang, bang. Someone says ZEREBRO long. Let's take a look at what ZEREBRO. It's kind of like it was a newer meme that gained some steam. I would think it was in the dumps. It is, yeah. I wouldn't even touch that thing. I'd be all set. That thing was cool at the time. I don't know if it'll ever be cool again. You know what I mean? We just buy more Bitcoin 333. Love you, Sammy. Thank you for all you do. Your inspiration for us gives us a meaning. It's funny. People are afraid, but when you think about it, there's no reason to be afraid because they're going to continue to print money. Just study history, take a deep breath, and know they're going to continue to print your money to zero. And as long as they print your money to zero, Bitcoin's going to go up. Bitcoin's going to go up, baby. And who am I talking about? My man. Bitcoin going to go up, right? You know. Look at ACH. Can this thing continue to go to the upside here? Possibly to 3363. Resistance. And again, it looks like a lot of other coins. There's your cup. There's your handle. But it just says 1 or 2, you know. It's the 25th. It says, yeah, till the September 5th. It says about, 1 or 2 weeks till we get bigger breakouts coming for the altcoins. That's just what it says. Okay. Broke on base. Broke. I don't know. Oh, yeah, like a croak. And just getting some water here. Got to stay refreshed here during the stream to keep it pumping. Let's take a look at Bio. Bio just continued to rip. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Bio. That was an off, against the market kind of pumper that just continued to do damage. Last flag I put out said it might go up again. It did. It went to 31 cents. It did it again. Wow, it did it from last night's flag to the upside. Look at that. Another big move. Unbelievable. Bio Protocol up 132%. Past the target and more. Bio doing damage. And now you would think it has to come back. The chickens have to come back to roost. You got to come back to that 21-day moving average. But I can't believe it got that extra one path flash pump there to the upside on those smaller time frame flags. Now we pull in the fib and we're looking for the 618 18-cent region for Bio Protocol. Let's take a look here at what we're talking about earlier, Bitcoin dominance. How is that doing? I like it. We said it looks like it's going to be in a bear flag and continue lower. It didn't even make the bear flag. It just kind of continued lower. It did make a bullish divvy, though. China suggested it can hang on. I'm just looking for it to continue and make bear flags. Now, if it does decide to dig in, not a great sign. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. But it's not a great sign only if we see the same type of reversal for tether dominance. Otherwise, bear flag further down. Alt season continues. No stress. We're just getting a little hiccup in the game right now. Let's take a look at U.S. tether dominance and see what's happening to tether dominance. See tether dominance getting a pump back to the upside. That's not what you want to see. You don't want to see Bitcoin dominance rising with tether dominance rising. That tells you that we do have some trouble in the market. People are selling off altcoins and Bitcoin. But why is Bitcoin dominance going up then? Because when they sell off altcoins, they sell off altcoins into Bitcoin and into Tether. So they're selling off two things at the same, you see, which is making Bitcoin dominance and Tether dominance kind of both rise up together. Not a look that you're going for here. That's not a favored move. On the daily, you're still getting more overbought. And to me, call that more of a descending triangle. And so I'm not too stressed in that. Looks like eventually we're going to drop just like Bitcoin did earlier today, right? But there may be a bit of a bounce here. And then eventually the fall through. So that's the first thing we could look at that could be, a temporary bump. You break out this flag back to the upside. You seem to have a little bit of support there at 4.07. Thank you for the memberships. That's blessed. You didn't have to do that, but you did. Look at that. Boom. Above the screen. Amazing. We already told you what was likely going to happen, so don't stress it, right? You already know what's going to happen. You got the best analyst in the game, baby. We nailed it. Based on probabilities, we tell you what's the likelihood of the move. So could Tether dominance get a move back up? It very well may. I'd like to see it get resistance here. We'll look at this closely. Right now, there may be a little bit of a dump here in the market. Let's take a look at ETH BTC. I want to see that holding up against Bitcoin. And, you know, it had a beautiful run so far. Let's delete everything, but it's had a beautiful run. But the weekly is now very far away from the 21. For me, it looks like we need some consolidation. And September is the nastiest month ever. You know, what if we get no rate cut and it turns into an absolute bloodbath? I mean, what it would do, a negative month opens up a positive. So, like, it would make October, November possibly huge months, but there would be a nasty pullback here. So this also would tell me that all coins would kind of, you know, they're going to bleed out a little bit against Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's going to go down because they're all going to go down together. So Bitcoin's going to go down, all coins. So I'm not telling you what's going to happen for sure, and maybe we get the bounce, but right now, after that little bit of hopium we had with the pump on Friday and Jerome Powell acting like it was all gravy, it looked like we were going to get a great close. It did, you know, the weekly still wasn't the best close in the world. Not everything was exactly as we pictured. It didn't pan out as we always believed it would. All right. So it is what it is. I'm in a fantasy football league. I forgot about the draft completely. So we'll see. I don't even know what happened. I don't even know what I'm doing over here. We'll see. Let me get into the... Let me see if I can see what's happening. The strategy I learned from you saved my... Let's see what this guy said. Let's just see. We got a super chat from Ape. And he's also a member. Thank you so much for being a YouTube member. Pays that extra $5 a month there. $4.99, I believe. Thank you so much. The strategies I learned from you saved my butt this month. Groper off the 200 moving average, just like you taught me. Pay my bills. Thank you so much, and many blessings. God bless you, brother. I don't know if Groiper, if that's, I'm trying to ripper off the, but man, God bless you, brother. And you didn't have to give $50. That's so nice of you to give back. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Cole Sand purchased by Pump One had a big pump. A lot of markets appreciation, undervalued now. We'll see. Thank you so much, Ape, for the $50 super chat. That will come back to you tenfold. Thank you for Margaret Ness. Blessing, Sam. Congratulations on 100,000. Can we look at WCK, please? Thank you. Margaret, let's take a look at your super chat. You've always been super supportive. May God bless you. And no, you're killing it, Crypto Billy. You're the godfather, man. You're showing people really how to live, man. And there's nobody doing that. There's nobody your age connected to the youth. Either people were too afraid to get into the new tech of Web3, and so that's even if there's someone that would connect to the youth, they don't know how. You know, they're not savvy. They're not going to be on Twitter. They're not jumping through live streams. They don't understand. So, you know, you're doing something to me that's just so pioneer. You're a pioneer, man. Like, I'm a pioneer too, but I'm a young guy. Like, I'm moving with the times, you know? You're doing something nobody is doing, and we need it. The guys of my age, we need to look up to somebody that's coming from a different industry and saying, hey, you guys are on the right track. I like where this is going. I'm going to be a part of it. I'm putting my money behind this too because I like what's going on, you know? So, yeah, we told you Bitcoin was about to take a drop to the downside. Let's take a look at BTC, USD on Binance, right? Which that really where it should be. And there she went, right? She went right down. Isn't that crazy? I'm always like, she's about, like this morning, I said, watch for the dump. She dumped. And there she goes, right down to 112,278, right to the first target there. And I just don't see how we don't go to 110,005. I don't, right? Beautiful Sunday. Let's do this week, right? God bless everybody. Thank you. Young looking cramps. You guys are funny, man. He's the godfather over here. Watch this foosball you're talking about over here. Who's this guy? Make sure to draft Bobby Boucher. It's so funny you said that. I was watching The Waterboy today. I swear. My daughter thought it was boring. She couldn't do it. She was like, I'm so bored. Can we watch something else? I was like, this is amazing. I was like, this is awesome. I don't even know how to sign into my thing, man. I tried one time. I think I should be signed in already. Yeah, I'm in there. Oh, there it is. Your draft is live. Draft now. Yeah. I don't have no idea how to draft. I don't know if you guys could help me. Anyone know how to draft? I don't even want to do this, though. I don't even want to, but how do I draft? What do I do? Unlock Jordan Love? He's not bad. I get Jordan. Should I take Love? I don't even know how to do. I don't even know. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no clue. No idea. I click a button. I got Kyle Murray at QB. I get AJ Brown. I got a great team, man. I'm good to go. Auto drafted already, right? It's done. What is unlocked now for Jordan Love? What does that mean? Round 14, pick 1. 10 picks, your turn. Are these people I could pick? Or is this my team? Players. Oh, I got Jordan Love. Okay. He's all right. Could be way better, man. I don't even know how to pick someone. I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. I don't know. I have 40. Who do I pick, dude? What do I pick? How do you find a player? What do you do? Yeah, that's your team. I got Geno Smith as the back. Why do I have so many quarterbacks? Do I really need that many quarterbacks? Or those who's out there? I'm confused. Is this my team? Let me see. Yeah, he's got Dax Prescott. I got Kyle. Oh, no. So, yeah, I got Kyle Murray, A.J. Brown. Yeah, that's my team. I like my team. My team looks stacked, man. Devontae Smith. DeAndre Swift, bro. Let's go. I like that. Kyler Murray, one of the best of the game. I'll take it. This team could go all the way, man. I got faith. I don't know how to pick anybody, so 6 pick until your turn. I have no idea what I'm doing, but yeah. Anyway, let's get back into this in what I'm doing here. I ain't got time for that. I really don't. So ETH Bitcoin gets back to the 21-day moving average here. I lose money when I bring that up because people lose the stream and then my sponsors get pissed. No one wants to see that stuff. But so here we come on here, get to the 21-day moving average. We get a bounce. Bang. All the way to 0.6351 for Bitcoin. Even though I don't have any sponsors. I had one sponsor, but I don't even know if I'm going to... We're in the middle of... I don't know. You know what I mean? So... Kyle Murray is dog water, bro. Dang, man. Kyle Murray, not one of the best in the game. You guys are funny, man. Hey, he's going to have a breakout year this year. Yeah, so ETH Bitcoin looks like it could get a little bit of a pullback too here. And it's very overbought on the weekly. And so we had a nice run, everyone, but it looks like there's going to be some, it's not going to be perfect. And everyone's telling you up only on Twitter. I just don't get it, man. When I go on Twitter, it is up only. Everyone see my buddy saying he doesn't see that. He sees, I'll show you. Let me go to my Twitter account, but I see all bull porn all the time. To the point of no return. You know what I'm saying? It's just like constant bull porn. So let me take a look here. So if I go to my notifications and I go through what people I see, or just I go home, right? 40x, I wanted to, now he says he's not sure. Next 120K to 4.28 million. See? 3,000 to 120,000 to 4.8 thousand, right? Everyone's saying, okay, I mean, that's somewhat bull porn, right? But even he's pretty, fake out higher highs. You see it an hour ago, and that's my man Richard. I love him. I'm just going over, and that's why you remain cautious. 5-day downtrend. He's like me. He will give it to you somewhat straight, Our Ethereum trade is exploding. That was 6 hours ago, right? But, what was that sound? Interesting. Price predictions. That was crazy. But anyway, and Bitcoin crashing, ETH pumping. What do we call this? Alt season? See this? 5 hours ago? Like, for me, it's like everyone's saying, Becker, you're on your way. I think it's funny. Ethereum, as predicted, it did break out and pumped, right? But where's the bigger pullback? Where are we on the bigger picture? Anyway, so, and I'd look for more. I don't want to spend my whole time doing this, but yeah. If you have enough time, enough energy to develop any opinion on the Cracker Barrel, oh man, you seriously need to hear funny. That's a good point. No sweat. I'm saying Bitcoin goes to 130,000 first before it goes to 100K. Right? I don't know what these weird sounds are. Oh, it's the draft. That's what the sounds are. It's the draft. Of course. Yeah. Anyway, so the draft looks like it's over. Looks like we did a great job. I have somewhat of a team. We'll see what happens. We'll go from there. I don't know. I'm not too heavily invested in it, but we'll see. Let me get back into, so nice bounce off the double bottom there, 112,000 back to the 5, but I don't have a lot of faith that we're getting a bigger bounce on the bigger time frames. And I would leave the charts alone tonight. I would not be opening up a chart tonight. I'd wait till literally Monday after 6 or 7 p.m. That's when I really start seeing what's happening there. All right. You've been wrong so many times, but you'll be right eventually. When you're a bear always, 100%, Jennifer. He's spot on. A broken clock is right twice a day, man. Yeah. And again, I'll still buy the lows. Right? Dude is going to win the FF championship with that team. Lifer got bots working for him everywhere, man. Shout out to Crypto Billy, man. I love you. My Caspa long stays open. I love you for that. I'm in Caspa long term, so anyone that's long Caspa, God bless you. We have to flood the market for the better price entry. I say dump it. Just bought 2K Bitcoin right now on the live after your TA. Love you, Sammy. Thank you. We DCA Life for Grind. Hey, I buy the pain, baby. Ain't no reason to buy the love. 55 neutral on that fear and greed. Can we get a lower? Yeah, 47, please. Dude, we might get that dump and get into here. It might go to 108, 106, and that's all we need for us to get into the shaded region. And then we can grab up Bitcoin on the low. That's going to be pretty awesome. All right? I think that's going to be what I call a mighty sign. A mighty good sign. So I'm excited for that here for Bitcoin. Could definitely be a good look. Well, I just felt like I was a little darker than I wanted to be, but whatever. Anyway, let me get out of that. Now you turn that off. Pick now. I'm going to pick this guy. Okay. Oh, I'm in disable auto draft. Oh, I get it. Yeah. It's just going to get the best guy anyway, right? The Lifer Legends. Who do we just snatch up there? Rick Dowdle? I don't know. Or Dylan Simpson? I don't know. I like AJ Brown, man. He's one of the best in the game. Older, but hey, we'll see what happens. I want to let that thing finish the auto draft and move on. Shout out to all the beautiful lifers here on the stream. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. 1,243 beautiful souls here on the weekly candle close. 413 likes, $80 in chat revenue. People are so blessed and amazing to me. Thank you so much. So it looks like we could be getting a bigger pullback. And there might be getting those DCA bones ready. Still holding nicely. 112.5 hits again. It's like double bottoming. Let me go look at the bigger time frame on like the Bybit chart, just somewhere else, just to have another option here to look at. Take away the moving averages and just kind of just soak in what's happening here. Only somewhat bullish scenarios, like we're still inside this bull flag and they left it, they broke it, and like it, but to me, I don't know. It's like such a, you got to really like start playing games. I kind of see the head and shoulder. You're right at support. Previous resistance becomes support. It's like it's like a have to bounce moment here for Bitcoin. It keeps doing this. It keeps testing key levels. Like you lose that 110.5 is so likely. You see how close that is? Just boop. I'm still strong on 110.5 until something changes for Bitcoin. And I may be wrong, but so far, yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for. And we got half the dump already. Attempting to double bottom here on the 15-minute. Look at that savagery. That'd be a beautiful double bottom there. Legendary long right there. Did the 1 minute get back above the 200 moving average? No, not yet. I wouldn't long. And I wouldn't long unless the 5 minute. So if the 5 minute, if in 3 hours we're somewhere over here and we start to pump, so be it. I'd have more faith in the trade, right? But until then, I'm looking for more downside. So I know my model and I'll take it if I see it, but I ain't going to trade nothing else. Not right now, not at all. So rainy day here. The last few days it's been raining for the last few weeks, really on and off, but some days just constantly. Shout out to the 3333. Look at this, 1,333 people here on the stream. 3333. Blessings. Thank you for everyone here. So I could keep going over Bitcoin until I'm blue in the face. Look, shoulder. Head could make a right shoulder. You continue to dump there too. Look out for that pattern to play out. I've seen that many times. It could even be a complex head and shoulder pattern that dumps us. So I'm keen on what to do if we get it. I'm more bearish, and I've been saying this for the last few days, right? Kind of exactly where we were this morning. Nice little bounce. I'll give it to the bulls. They're attempting to dig in here, but, is it too little too late? Only time will tell. And normally I'd be super bullish. I'd be getting right now, like, get the reversal, but I got to get other confirmation on that 5 minute before I believe that that's going to happen, or before I take any probability of that moving. And then we looked at, Tether dominance. We looked at Bitcoin dominance. Kind of, told you all coins are sketchy right now. Besides DCAing, I would be sketching. If you want to know what coins are DCAing, you can watch my weekly screen share that I do with my trading group every single Thursday. You do have to be in the trading group to get that, but that's amazing. A lot of people say the weekly screen share is worth $99 a month by itself. I get that all the time. A lot of people say all different aspects of it are worth $99 a month. You put it all together, it's got to be worth $300 a month, and you get it for $99. It's amazing. I also teach class the last Saturday of every month. It really puts this all together in a 3-hour course, summarizes it all, gives you a PowerPoint, and maximizes your potential to learn. I really believe that. Hit the QR code there and pay $150 to invest in yourself. Maybe the first time you've ever invested in yourself in a long time since you went to college or school. You may have been working the same job for a while. I don't know. It's the last time you bought yourself a course and did something to educate yourself with someone that was awesome. I'll be there doing that class the last Saturday of every month. So that will be next Saturday. I will be there. Let me double check. No, I think it's the last day of the month. No, yeah, the 30th. August 30th, next Saturday. I teach that class. So jump into class today. It's a quick QR code away. Just hit it. It'll take you right there to the payment. Get into there. Make it happen. Invest in yourself. You spent $150 on so many things in the last year or two. Invest in something you can save for the rest of your life. The knowledge I'm going to give you. And the PowerPoints that you can use to really decide what's going on in the market. It'll give you an edge. It gave me an edge, and it got me where I'm at today. Why wouldn't you want that knowledge? Shout out to you. Okay, so Bitcoin. Struggling. Altcoins. Let's take a look at Ethereum and see if it's going to bounce back strong, because it didn't really, Ethereum's a little, was in a flag, came back. Let's take a look. Let's do our deep dive on ETH. So the first thing we're going to talk about is the big resistance that became support at about $4,000 for Ethereum, 100%, right? And we kind of have a resistance here this wick, and we kind of came back, and we knew we made an all-time high by a wick. But we were pretty far away from the 21 on the weekly time frame. Now, we've done that a few times here, kind of came back and slopped, but eventually you're coming back to the 21, even on an uptrend. And ETH loves to do it. I've seen it do it before. So I could pull a fib here on the weekly, and I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if Ethereum came at least to test 3959 and even lower at 3100. It could happen. I don't want you freaking out if you see that. Let's go over the next idea, the idea that this is the bullish trend line that we maneuvered below, but we got back above with the cup. Look at that, cup and handle, boom. And we're kind of getting to the end of the cup and handle here. Then you can make this the top trend line, and you can see that this is what I see happening for Ethereum. Beautiful trend line, top of the level. And I'll be honest, it just looks like the weekly has to come back down to the 21-day moving average. Maybe we're lucky and we go sideways and break out. It could happen on some way more bullishness, but generally speaking, when I see an asset that's been ripping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, like in 7 of those 10 weeks, it's been ripping, or 8 out of the 10 weeks, you think there's going to be a 5 to 6 week pullback at some point to kind of reset the grade there. So for me, I mean, that looks likely, and then you pull the fib. And so this happens a lot more than it doesn't. I'm not saying it's guaranteed, but it just, you know, you could even bounce somewhere here at 335 or 3,300, right? You'll be looking for tweezer tops to close on the next weekly candle for Ethereum. Ethereum just had a beautiful weekly close. It's bullish. It's in an uptrend. But it's back at resistance. It may have to come retest support at 4,000 one more time just to let us know that it's solid. Your most bullish scenario for Ethereum is that like we could maintain some type of pattern here and go no lower than this local resistance here at about 43.85, bounce, and then continue on a rising wedge. To me, this is like I have to go. That has to do it. Like it can't like fake. It's got to make this move. And that would put it at 6,500. It'd be a beautiful move for Ethereum. So that's kind of what, you know, I'm looking for. It would be awesome. And that would entail that we do break down. And look, I got cat ears on Ethereum here, which are known to break to the downside. And so it just looks to me like we're going to get a little bit of a dump here also with Bitcoin. At the same time, I get this eerie feeling there could be a massive short squeeze to the upside too. So I'll be honest, it's weird. And I'm just going to play my signals and that's it. So if we get above the 5 on Bitcoin, I'll play it. I'm going to leave ETH alone for a while. I did good trading ETH this week. Nailed the $5,000 trade on Friday. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not giving it back, you know. I was up $700 in the trade today. I ended up only taking 50. It happened in like 10 seconds. I went to blow my nose. I was like, geez Louise. Anyway, but that's what happens in trading on a Sunday, and I knew to be careful, it's Sunday trading. It never goes perfect. Oversold in the stochastics. If you're bullish, Ethereum will break out of this falling wedge some way, somehow. It will make an inverted head and shoulder and get out of here. So if you're looking for some hopium copium, you're watching the 5 for this move right here. Okay? Let me get back into the chat, see what my people are saying on the live. I don't think they'll rate more like 4.5, but what do I know? Hey, institutions are in the business of making money. I had this exact conversation with my son the other night. Generational wealth isn't just about getting money. Generations is teaching everyone not only to get it, but maintain it. Yep, squeeze and dump. Good job, Sammy. Don't deny the bounce. I don't want to die the bounce. Shout out to Sonny Littletree. We love you, Sonny. That weekly versus the 1 minute versus the daily. Thank you, Sammy, for the TA. With all the lifers, we in gains, long or short. God bless PS5. Embrace the bounce. I hope so, Danny K. It does not look good for me to provide for my family and them not understand how to manage or maintain. Love this video. Shout out to Cindy Hicks. God bless you, Cindy. Yeah. Don't let the bounce scare you. Don't worry, man. I won't. I'll be able to hold it nice and tight. All right. Hey, man, I'll take a bounce. Let's get it. It just doesn't look amazing. I'll be honest. You know. Sam for president. Yeah. May bounce the QR Haid. Long game. Exactly. Shout out to Reliable J. That harmonica was wild this morning. Thank you. Appreciate that. Any promo code for the 99? I see there's an option on the website to add a promo. The promo is you, man. Jump on in today. Make it happen. The promo is if you buy it for the year, you'll get an exceptional discount, or for the quarterly. The things in some strategies are extremely hard to understand, and it's not really easy to incorporate into my trading plan, but there are effective strategies for beginners. It depends on the individual. I mean, For someone that doesn't understand, they're not getting the market. Like, I just reveal the market, man. Yeah. I don't have strategies. I just reveal the market. Yeah. Everyone else, I think, has strategies. I just reveal what the market shows you, bro. Like, the 200 moving average does what it does. Go back test it. What my strategies are back tested data. I'm just giving you back tested data. Go back test the data. I just do what the data tells me to do. That's it. Let's get that harmonica back. I laughed so much. It was funny. Hey, there's times for the harmonica and there's times for out. You know, I played the harmonica today and I wasn't very good at it. It's all right. One of me needs to push to the 200 already. God bless you, Liver. God bless you, man. Strategies are just taking the same set of rules over and over again. I guess if you call that a strategy, that's a strategy, yeah. So we broke down a lot today. I have a pretty good idea where the market's going tomorrow, right? And I have a pretty good idea of what probabilities I'd like to take tonight. And I mean, it tells me to chill. It tells me that we had way better probabilities throughout the week, last week, here and there. Well, Friday at least. If you pay the 99, you'll get it back. And then some. Somebody said, no need for discount codes. You are the discount code. That's what he said, yeah. And that's what someone wrote. I'm not saying that. He said it, you know. My dad taught me how to play the harmonica. Still pick it up from time to time. Yeah, no one ever taught me how to play. I never even took lessons. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just play around with it. I have no clue what's going on. Yeah. His secret channel, Sammy the Harmonic. I know, right? I'm teaching you guys about harmonic patterns with the harmonica. Yeah. I bust out the harmonica. The entire channel just goes down the tooth. Time and model, baby. Shout out to After Hours Investing. Yeah, knowing when to trade, that is a strategy, I guess, because we know when to trade. Like trading on the right time when there's more liquidity. When it's more likely for your positional strength, you know, where you're going to get your way. There's days where you're more likely to get your way and days where you're more likely not to. Seeing my portfolio makes me wonder, is there any chance of only one member? I'm willing to pay. I need real guidance before I blow up my account. I'm very scared of holding. You can jump on in, man, anytime you want. Go to CryptoLifer.com, brother. We're right here for you. Yeah. My wife about to make $5 on the bounce. Hey, that's more than most people. Yep. So there you go. I'd be very skeptical. It looks pretty sketch, but we'll see. Possible double bottom here on the 30-minute time frame. That'd be a beautiful double bottom bounce, right? Makes me want to load up the old account and get it cracking. Can we get the bounce? Hey, they're coaxing me in now. It would be legendary. It would be legendary, right? 30-minute bounce. Nice wick right there. I don't know. I'm waiting. I'm not going to take it. But it would be, you know, you can already see it. It is a W. 68% chance we break out and go to the level right there and go back to 114.8. So there's about a 70% chance, you know, raised up, estimated, that you're go to 114.8. So, hey, there you have it. I'm not taking it. I don't like Sunday night. It's not my night to trade. But God bless you if you do. And if you win, the odds are somewhat in the favor. To me, the odds are in the favor of the TA, but the timing is horrible. So to me, timing has a lot to do with when I take a trade. And the timing is not epic on a Sunday night. So it's not. My thing is this. You got $5,000. You want to risk in the market. Say you knew the market for 10 years and you know the days that are better to trade. Why would you risk the days that weren't as good? You wouldn't, because you know the market that well. So if you trade like me, I've been trading for 20 years on and off, 15 years now, and 10 years straight in this crypto market. Basically, I got it in 2016 late. Soon it'll be 10 years I've been in crypto. And when you break it down and look at all the different probabilities that you know inside your subconscious, like, you can't fight them. So if you go against them, it's pointless. And you can kind of see what's likely going to happen. You got to do it. Right? You're right, I've lost a lot trading all by myself without a guide. It's been an uneasy ride for me. Who is your mentor, please? My mentor died. Yeah, my mentor was this awesome dude, Crypto Revolution. His name was Chris. He had a YouTube channel. He was amazing. And he's dead now. If you can believe it, and I'm not lying to everybody, these are facts. My mentor is dead. The guy that taught me how to trade, the guy that, showed me. I mean, I was trading before I met him, so I already had my own little visions and ideas, and I was highly speculative. I was looking at the future, thinking about where we could be going. I did a lot of that type of stuff. And so I was already kind of, I was very speculative in nature. Very speculative. I could add some contrast there and some brightness. There we go. Feel like I'm a little dark. There we go. Yeah. And apply that. So possible double bottom for Bitcoin is digging it again at 112.5. It's been a key area that it likes to bounce from over and over again. We may get the bounce yet again. All right. If I pay for just the monthly, do you still provide the trade setups on the Discord? I'm tired of losing money solo. 100%. I'm providing every single thing that I do. All the trades. If you join my Discord, you get access to everything my brain is telling you. Updates in the morning. Like, look at the Discord. This is what you got. Let me just show you what you got all weekend long. Let's go over the whole weekend, which is crazy. If I can even do that. 822. All right, I put out long-term ideas. I looked for this Ethereum trade to take along there. Went sideways. Bitcoin stayed in the flag. Then we went, basically put the break even after we won big money. Then I said, watch the 4 hour. We're about to, we're too far for the 21-day moving average. Look for this to dump down to the 21. 4 hours started to lose. That came down to the 21-day moving average. You could have shorted that for gains, right? And it did exactly what it was supposed to. Put out some other trades, looking at it in and out, yada, yada, yada. Then this morning or yesterday, we're looking for this, just looking for a cup and handle to bounce. And I'm just going over it. Weekend trading is tough, but we hit it. Then the inverted looked like we're going to continue to the 7-minute 200 moving average. And we get it. Now, while that's happening, and I'm going over that, I'm also looking at Ethereum. And we had this Ethereum trade open for a few days, and we put out the flag for Ethereum, and Ethereum absolutely blasted. Look at this, though. And the night before, it went up. If I could even find it, I put out everything that I see all the time, right? There's a high-risk ETH trade right there, too, that ended up playing out. I think the ETH trade was on the other, on my lifer chart. Right here. Ethereum, right there. At 10:27 at night, right? And the entry was spot on. You'll get this. You'll hit it. It'll blow up. Nice. You'll see it all. Entry was 4,300. This thing ripped to 4,900, right? And there was no stop loss got hit. It made a beautiful trade. I made boatloads for my account. It was a really nice move. And so, again, I'm not 100% by any means, but I'm out there every single day, no days off, constantly working, constantly grinding, constantly showing you what I'm seeing, and never grinding. I also have elite traders that are scanning the market too, and they're putting out all their calls that they see. So it's relentless, and I'm relentless, and people want to keep up, and they love that about me, so it just never ends. Jump on in, man. Go to CryptoLifer.com. Sam's hustle never slows down. Yeah, if it's out there, we're going to find it, man. Yeah. I'll do whatever I can to help you. And if you don't like it, you can leave after a 1 month. That's $99, man. But I'm pretty sure you're going to get a lot out of it. Even if you decide that it's not for you, I'm pretty sure you'll get something out of it. Whether it's motivation, discipline, how to push yourself, something should rub off on you. Whether even if you tell yourself, hey, man, maybe I want to push myself harder than I ever have. There might be a positive effect there. So if you're just jumping into the channel looking for what's happening, we're looking for a double bottom here for Bitcoin. Measured move takes you back to 14,800, back to this resistance area. And it'll be nice to get the bounce. We're digging on in. I'm a little more bearish than bullish for Bitcoin because the smaller time frames don't look amazing. We continue to kind of slump further to the downside. So I'd be looking like this bear flag here that kind of already lost. And we started the live stream with this bear flag saying it was going to likely dump down to 110.5. BOOKMAP, which also shows liquidity, which I have a link to, which I do get commission. They don't sponsor the channel, but I do get a commission. And this shows us that there's a lot more liquidity to the upside, or to the downside here, right here. See? It likes to come down to this deep red yellow. 110.5 too, so it agrees with me that it wants to go lower. So this, and again, even though we're pumping back up, there's resistance at 113.6. And, you know, this has to really dig in. Maybe inverted head and shoulder. And it could even just continue on a bear flag. So, I don't know. It doesn't look amazing. It's choppy Sunday price action. I'm not going to be like a genius on it right now. And what I'm also looking for is this to make a shoulder like this chubbier head there at a right, and that could still dump us down. So, I do have a possible long scenario. We get above the 5-minute 200 moving average. The 21 curves back up, and we somehow meet the 21 above the 5. That would be my long reversal signal. That would be like 80% chance we're reversing. I will miss the pump from 112.7 up to 114, but it is what it is. I think this is a sketchy area to trade, even if you decide and you catch it. What you will be doing is you're trading a double bottom on the 30-minute, on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour time frame, and seeing if you can get the bounce. So it's kind of where we sit yet again. So I hope this information found you well, and it gave you kind of a lot of good, good looks on the market. Let's take a look at the fan funding. The past 2 years after Powell's speech, a pullback after he spoke, meant a giant rally in 2023-24. Possible that's what sends us into Q4 speculation. Hey, I'm open-minded. We'll get it. Thank you for what you do. Could you check PENGU? Strategy learn from you. Save my butt. God bless you. Thank you. Happy Sunday. Love your live streams. Keep up the awesome live real-time analysis. Helps out a lot. Thank you. What do you think of PENGU? And thank you. We got 2 PENGU live streams. I think PENGU's cool. I think it's a little oversaturated. If I didn't get in super early, I wouldn't probably want to get in now. I think there's going to be some newer coin out there that we could speculate on that might end up playing out better. But if you like long-term ideals, I mean, it's got something in Walmart, right? Or in Target, PENGU. You can buy a little penguin. They're commercially sold, is all I'm saying. One of the first coins to really do that. Really nice bull flag here on the weekly. I see it continuing. I really do. Little pullback like we're kind of seeing in the market. Some sideways price action 2-3 weeks, and then boom. PENGU's back to price action. And it kind of tells us that maybe the rest of the market will follow as well. Speculating on a coin that has a lot of, potential. So yeah, even on the 2-day, on the daily, I just see it continuing in this flag, and only a matter of time, PENGU's back to 8 cents, so it looks bullish to me. But if you got into the very bottoms, when nobody cared, you're up 18x. You could make an 18x. See, the big money comes from holding the absolute trash at the very bottom. You got to buy the bottom, though. So yeah, I see PENGU kind of coming down lower like Bitcoin maybe tonight. It's the bottom trend line, gets tight, and then the bigger move comes out. I'll put an alert for PENGU. I like what I'm seeing there for PENGU. It's stronger than a lot of other coins too as well. Let's break out the harmonica. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I don't know though. Let's do it here and there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Payo Nika. Thank you. Margaret, thank you. God bless you. Let's take a look at that WKC. I don't think I did look at it, right? WikiCat. So came up and had a huge pump and then had a huge dump, right? Like most of these coins do. Finding some type of support shows life, but anything this small and speculative needs Bitcoin to kind of be a little more positioned. I do see how it could make a bit of an Adam and Eve double bottom there, and it is getting tight, though, above the 200 moving average. I think you're speculating on it because you can see the tightness. Low volume could pump at any moment. You know what I mean? I'd be careful. I don't think I'd trade it, but there is speculative nature that is on a low, going sideways for a while, and it's more likely to break out than not, but you never know. It also is a bit sketchy. Thank you for WKC WikiCat. So my overall prediction for Bitcoin is bearish. However, there's still a chance, and I have a bullish signal if we get it, right? Bitcoin trying to hold the VWAP and get over that 21. Yeah. Rarity is what makes the harmonica special. Takes a lot of willpower to play it this morning. Oh, the harmonica? Yeah. I came here for the harmonica. What gives? No harmonica, I'm out, right? We'll love a 1 minute ETH trade right now. Let's take a look at ETH on the 1 minute time frame. I'll jump in there for you. I'm not going to jump in it. Let me just see what it looks like. I mean, you'd be speculating that we're double bottoming on the 1 hour, which we're probably doing the same on ETH. And that we're breaking out of this, basically, you know, ascending triangle. We'd pump somewhere up to about 47.84. And we would put a stop at about 46.98. I'll go 1 for 300 for you for fun. We're in the little trade. There's your 1 minute ETH trade, buddy. I love you, buddy. Would you mind sharing the name of the software you use, like the way the layout is of the tools that are amazing? I like to use tradingview.com. Tradingview.com. And you'll find all the tips and tricks and stuff I do if you take my class. It's like the best way, or just keep showing up, and people will explain in the Discord too as well. Hey, Sammy, thanks for dedicating your time, and only tonight on a beautiful Saturday and Sunday, but every time you have the same consistency as the sun. Hey, God bless you, man. Shout out to Ray Cook. God bless you. ETH gonna save us. Let's see, man. There's been a nice little reversal pump here. Just came back. Did we long the bear flag? I know, right? I love you, man. I mean, Bitcoin made that double bottom. There's a chance we live to fight another day. It also could be making the right shoulder. It's sketchy. Digging in for the double bottom. Wanting to get back above that 200 moving average. And I even broke my rules on this ETH trade. I front run a bunch of stuff. Up $50 pretty fast, 42. We'll see. That thing's starting to roar right now, back to reversal. So look, see, I could put out a bearish call, but then make a long trade. It's, can you make, it's what are you doing as a trader, really? I know the probabilities. So you're saying there's a chance. There's always a chance. Someone says incoming super bounce. It could be one of those massive short squeezes. Like to 122.5. Like, blah. Like just shake your brain. That's why I have spot Bitcoin and I buy the dips, man. You said just join the Lifer Discord. Looks like your shared trades, entry setups are the Lifer charts. Is this correct? 100%. If you join my Discord, everybody, there's some sections. Number one, there's a watch first video. You got to watch that, please. And there's a read first. You got to watch first and read first. Please do that. So right when you get into the Discord, here on the upper, you have this watch first. You got to watch first. And then you got read first. Read first. Please go to both of those, because if you don't, you'll have no clue what's going on. Yes, all my updates are here. Lifer charts and video updates. Everything that I'm going over. And my altcoin setups. Lev scalps on small time frames for Bitcoin, Ethereum, right? Leaf traders that are putting out. And then my NASDAQ futures trades. If I have BTC pairs, which I don't do as much as I used to, but when they come out, I put them out. My ideas are the news, things I'm thinking about. If I'm working out that morning, the workout that I'm actually working out, I'll explain all that stuff. Okay. Bitcoin, massive pump back to 113,000. 112.5 is such a key area. People just love to load up on that. This trade's now up $74 if you took it with the Lifer. Someone asked me for the 1 minute ETH trade and I gave it to him. I served up the hot sauce as quick as I could. And we're already in the green immediately. No drawdown on the entry so far. We'll see, though. Nothing to write home about. It's just a quick trade. He's the king of 3%. I know, right? I'm about to make 3%. I'm very close to it. Locked in. This is the way. Shout out to Silly Party, my man. Love you, Sammy. We in this together from worlds apart. I love you, brother. Dubai to Florido. Pack of Cardanos in around the world, baby. Pack of Cardanas. Get me my Cardanas. Go to the store and get me a pack of Cardanas. Took the near trade as soon as it crossed the 200 MA on the 1 minute. Looking good so far. You grow, I grow. May you stay blessed. Sammy's so used to it, it's nothing. Oh, yeah. It's just whatever's. I've been live trading now for years. It's absolutely insane. I've hit the live trade button in front of thousands of people in my life. It's insane how many times we've done this together on this channel. Short squeezes of epic proportions. $100,000 trades, $300,000 trades. Update, wife about to make $850. That's huge, dude. It's a lot of money as far as a beginner trader. Yeah, that 3% double in 3 minutes was crazy. It really was. That took the wind out my... It was like... Oh, you want to win? Oh, brah. Goodbye. And be careful tonight, man. A lot of crazy ups and downs. Always be careful. Always, risk what you're willing to risk. Use a stop loss, in my humble opinion. There seems to be something in the air. There's that extra bullishness, right? So look, resistance by the 200 moving average on the 1 minute. That's the first thing you're going to see. You're going to see that. That's okay. We got to just flag out now and get above the 200. If we can do this, the reversal could be on all night long. We got rejected here, sideways and more downside. This has a lot to do with where the night goes. It's also a bit of a bear flag here. Doesn't look amazing. It looks kind of a lot like this, like a smaller version of this. That looks like you could just... Remember, I'm bearish right now. Bitcoin has to show me something. It's got to get above the 200 moving average of the 1 and the 200 moving average of the 5, or I don't buy any of this pump. I love your work ethic. Shout out to Vegan Shorts. I love you for loving me. Thank you. They asked people what they love the most about the world, and they said consistency. People love you more if you're consistent. Everyone wants a friend that's always there for you. Say you had a buddy named Jim and a buddy named John. And whenever you called, Jim said, hey, you want to go to the gym? Yeah, sure. What time? 3:15. Cool. He's outside your house 3:10 every single time. And then you drive together. You're never late. Then you met another guy. Yeah, let's go to the gym. And like you're waiting there half the time. Oh, my bad. Always has an excuse. Who do you want to hang out with? Who do you eventually want to make a relationship with? Definitely not the guy that's late a few times. You want to be with the guy that shows up, that doesn't waste your time. People that really care about their time don't waste other people's time. And people that don't waste other people's time end up with people that don't waste other people's time because you attract those type of people in your life. So when you're on point, you attract other people that stay on point. When you're whack, you attract whack people. So when you're a lady brokey, you hang out with people that like to be late and like to be broke. When you're on time and rich, you hang out with people that are on time and rich. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to be rude, but being on time and being late have a lot to do with being rich and being broke. And someone might laugh about it, and it sounds funny. But yeah, it takes an applause, right? Because someone's got to say it. Not everyone wants to talk like that and say what's got to be said. But hey, no one wants to hurt everyone. No one wants to hurt anyone's feelings these days. Everyone's got to be friendly. You know what I mean? But for me to learn the right way, I had to be told to my face that some of the things I was thinking weren't too sweet. And maybe it was time to realign my thought process. And I wasn't the know-it-all I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? And I still need to be told a lot. And that's why I keep people like Crypto Billy around to check me no matter what and keep me in my good graces. And that's why I keep God in my life. And that's why I have a beautiful wife who doesn't drink and smoke. And, she's an awesome person. I'm so blessed to have her. So shout out to everyone that has a good family in their life. And that's what keeps you going. ETH trade looking like we could still get the pump. Flagging out here. We'll see. Bitcoin getting a bit of a reversal on the flag, but nothing, it's still got to break that 1 minute 200 moving average. A lot of volatility here tonight on a Sunday night. Getting crazier than we thought, right? That's why this show, too, throughout the summer, it was just like getting through the summer. Some of the streams were like, whoa. We still stayed strong. We still got through a lot, and there were still some beautiful pumps for Bitcoin that we made through. Like, it was crazy. It seemed like a low doldrums summer, but then there was huge pumps throughout July too. Bitcoin hit multiple all-time highs. So it's been a rally of rallies. We really have to slow down and look back And again, I've been accumulating the Bitcoin. I've been accumulating the Bitcoins. And yes, altcoins too, but I'm really happy with the accumulation this year. The markets were telling us that it was a Bitcoin season. You could just see it. I could see it. You can see altcoin season is so slow to roost, so slow to come. And it's even kind of like creeping on us now, right? I see this flag touch the 21 and then we're gone. That could be the pump right there. Perfect entry. Boom. A lot of times the 21 touch is the perfect entry. Again, you never know, but it looks likely to me we could get the pump there for Ethereum. So I'm going to ETH long right now in front of everybody on the 1 minute time frame. We're live trading Ethereum. But we'll see. And not a big risk either. I don't risk a lot on Sunday night. And it looks like we very well may just dump with Bitcoin. I'm still more bearish than bullish, everybody, even though I'm giving you some hopium here. You got to get back above this yellow line to make me really believe in this. And then I'd say you got to get back above 13.6, 13.7, and back above the 200 moving average in the 5 minute time frame. Remember Trump made 24-hour run. It was epic. You were printing. It was crazy. Bitcoin sounds like Emmy-winning sitcom. The Bitcoins. You're funny. Nice calling that 111K earlier. Thank you. I don't know if we didn't hit it yet, though. Did we? I mean, oh. Oh, yeah. I mean, where do we bounce to? Yeah, you're right. We did bounce 111,650. Yeah. Shout out to Epic Recursion. God bless you, man. Sammy Boomer, you're funny. How's your day? I hope your day is going well. Can you look at Banker's Coin? XRP, the Banker's Coin. XRP, the Banker's Coin. I like where we're sitting with a lot of chop here and then a lot of chop here. Even if we dump, we can dump down to 268 and still have support. I'm looking for this to kind of chop around. Just like we saw in that last flag, Bitcoin takes the pullback. We dump again. We dump back to 276. We chop around and then boom. That's our last move up. And then our last move down. And then we finally start to get the move up to the upside. I'm looking for a little more pullback in the nose of this flag here for XRP. But I'm still bullish on a move up somewhere to 691 and beyond. All right. Up $17. Just barely holding some green in the trade. And I would not trade tonight if I didn't know, if you didn't have, if you're not risking small amounts after big gains. Just either there's a nasty double top, but it just might smash you to all-time high. No. If it was manipulation, then why are we talking like everything is normal? They could literally just pull the rug from underneath us because that's what it is, man. Because it's high speculation. The volatility can pump in so fast, so furiously. What do you think about Zcash? Zcash it's a fork of Bitcoin, as far as I'm concerned. So, it's kind of a privacy coin. One of the few remaining, too, that tries to hold its, Someone says 15-minute swing. Possible you're getting some bull div there, but it also, to me, looks shoulder head. That's that right shoulder. I say you're going to dump down to 110.5, man. But I'd love to be super wrong tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, you guys, I was wrong. ETH looking like a power. The only thing is, in 2 hours, I might put out a long trade for Bitcoin before I go to bed on the 1 minute. You know what I mean? So I could call bearish now and then still print along. And then people are like, wait, but you were bearish. You got to watch me. You got to be in the trading room. We're going to keep watching price action and we might find a better entry tonight. You don't know. And if that's confusing to you, then just start trading with us, because once you become more of a, semi-amateur pro trader doing it all the time, you're going to know exactly what I'm saying. Attract the bounce. I mean, I guess you could physically force it, Looking for Solana to break out. It already kind of did here. And that gets me pretty excited. It was super tight. A lot of coins came in and Solana broke out. 207 for Sol. And I win $100,000 at $100. So Sol's up huge for me. 100 grand, 107,000 now. for Solana, one of the bigger long-term trades. I've been in a long time now. ETH is holding versus Bitcoin, but we love Bitcoin. 200,000 versus ETH, 10,000. Yeah. Keep your tap tension shoes on. Yep. Semi-amateur pro trader. I know, right? You love that. Bookie. Yeah, Sol looks good to me. And it might even go sideways a little bit, but I still see it hitting 450. And it says it could get there by January, the end of January. Pretty nice possible pump there. And now we're negative in the trade, and it looks like Bitcoin's going to roll over everybody. Go down that bear flag that we just showed you to the downside. So keep your wits about you. Be careful. I'm more bearish than bullish. You do what makes you happy. I will never force you. You know, I can't force you to do anything anyway, but don't do what I do. All right? Do what the education makes sense, if it makes sense to you. Everyone, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow morning for another beautiful live stream like we do, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Thank you so much for Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Oh, one last thing I want to check, actually, before I jump on out of here, is the Forex Factory week ahead. Just kind of get us ready for the week ahead. Get your stickies out. Get a little notepad, whatever you got to do, but get ready. We're going to talk about what's coming our way. So Monday, nothing crazy. Bank holiday in Britain, which does slow liquidity down possibly in the Forex world there. And you got nothing really going on. All right. Tuesday, the 26th, coming at us. 8:30 core durable goods month over month for USA. Durable good orders month over month. I'd like to see that information. It's not going to a red folder, but, you know. And that comes in. And then we have CB consumer confidence and the Richmond Manufacturing Index, which, you know, we'll look at those, 8:30 and 10. Wednesday, nothing crazy. Thursday, unemployment claims coming in, and premium GDP quarter over quarter. That's going to be a big deal. That's 8:30 Thursday. That's definitely going to move the market, in my humble opinion. And then Friday, we have core PCE month over month and GDP month over month as well at 8:30. So Friday and Thursday at 8:30 in the morning, write it down. And then Wednesday even, or no, Tuesday, the 8:30 and the 10. So Wednesday, nothing. Tuesday, you're looking at 8:30 and 10. And Thursday and Friday, you're looking at 8:30 in the morning. Both days, you definitely could get a crazy move in the market. Write those down. Be ready for them. You'll forget. I'm telling you right now, it's very important we go over these every single Sunday night to keep you ahead of what's happening in the market. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Please, if you do want to trade where I trade, we have links to everything here in the pinned comment. Weeks, BitTinex, and MEXC in the comment section, or BTCC. BTCC is really cool. They're doing something amazing. If you're in my trading group and you sign up to a Google form and you use my link and my affiliate code LIFER333 to sign up to BTCC, and you get up to $1 million in trading platform, they're going to send someone with an all-inclusive trip to Token 2499 to Singapore to meet me and attend the exclusive BTCC parties and events, including the F1 Grand Prix, which I think is insane. And all you have to do is fill out the form, be in my trading group, and have a total volume of $1 million on the platform. It's pretty amazing. So, thanks, Sam. Love you, bro. Wife officially made $5. Her name is Sam. By the way, God bless her. She's got a great name. Yeah. It was great spending time with you in the group. God bless you. Thank you. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. We appreciate the experience that you gave to the channel by showing up. We hope we gave you an amazing experience. God bless you. Thank you so much for jumping on in, and we'll be back tomorrow with another amazing, awesome live stream. To my whole team, to the engineers doing the sound, to my peoples here on the graphics and the department pushing all the awesome news, to everybody out there, to Jamie, to my editors, to my wife, the producers, the customer service, and everybody out there. Sean, my man, who's on there every single day with the timestamps and more. God bless my whole team, the Twitter team banging on it, and everybody out there that's moving the brand. God bless everybody, crypto lifers. I'll see you tomorrow.